Hey everyone, this is Mike, YouTube's resident gun nut. Did you miss me? 'Cause I sure missed you. Oh, and thanks to all my new subscribers. I whipped up this fresh video with a cool twist just for you. Hope you like it. So, compared to other creatures, we're the tool masters. Elephants, crows, octopuses, dolphins, chimps, and who knows what else use tools like us to find food or stay safe. But our species has been creating and leveling up our tools for forever. We hit the top of the food chain thousands of years ago, and by the 9th century, we developed gunpowder. That stuff was a game changer, leading to what we now call guns. And man, have we come far. Early guns were crude and unreliable, but these days, pretty much every new gun that rolls out of the factory just works. Then again, even with all our advancements, there are still guns that are more likely to backfire on the shooter than the target. So here's my rundown of the top 4 oops, that wasn't supposed to happen guns, a.k.a. self-firing firearms. Number 4, Remington 700. So, ever heard of the Remington 700? Of course you have. This thing is like the most popular bolt-action rifle in the world, especially here in the States. This baby's history traces back to 1962. While they were initially built for hunting, some versions went all official, getting picked up by the military and the cops. For instance, the U.S. Army called their variant the M24 sniper weapon system after making it their go-to sniper rifle in 1988. And the Marines, they got their hands on the Model 40X and dubbed it the M40 during Vietnam. Sure, the military versions and their civilian siblings are mostly rock solid and have stuck around for years. So why is it on this list? Here's the twist. Remington 700s made before 2014 had this weird trigger design flaw. A number of these could just go off by themselves when you flick the safety off, even without your finger on the trigger. Ooh, scary. Even though only a small fraction of these rifles had this issue, it's led to real-world accidents and some tragic deaths. There was this whole drama with people suing Remington, but for the longest time, they kinda just ignored it. Until, boom, they lost a major lawsuit and had to recall and fix about 7.5 million triggers. To this day, Remington's still like, our triggers are fine. But hey, they've been coughing up settlement money left and right because of it. Oh, and just a month ago, all Model 700s come with a Timney trigger right out of the box. Now, if you happen to have purchased an old Remington 700, all hope is not yet lost. Look for a V on the trigger. If you spot it, you're good. They fixed that one. If not, take it to a pro gunsmith and ask for a Timney trigger with safety. Number 3, Winchester Model 1911 SL, a.k.a. the Widowmaker. Back in 1911, semi-auto shotguns weren't everywhere, so when Winchester dropped their Model 1911 SL, it was a big deal. The SL stands for self-loading, marking Winchester's dive into the auto-loading shotgun scene. Aimed to rival the Browning Auto 5, the 1911 SL seemed solid, but turned out to be a dud because of its design. They made these shotguns in various sizes and pumped out about 83,000 of them. Today, you can still find them around U.S. gun shops and shows. If you've got one or are thinking of getting one, tread carefully. Why the design hiccup? Winchester tried to mimic the Browning Auto 5 without stepping on John Browning's patents. Browning's design for the Auto 5 was tight, especially the charging tab, which was crucial. Like the Auto 5, the 1911 SL uses a long recoil action. After firing, the bolt and barrel move back together, eject the old shell and load a new one, ready to go again. Here's a kicker. The way you load the 1911 SL versus the Auto 5 is totally different. The Auto 5's crucial charging tab, Winchester couldn't use it, so to load the 1911 SL, you had to push down the barrel, which was a pain. So a lot of 1911 SL users, trying to make it easier, would put the shotgun butt on the ground and use both hands to push the barrel, and often the gun would fire straight up, shooting the user in the face. That's how the shotgun got its grim nickname, the Widowmaker. Number 2, SIG P320. I was a big fan of the SIG P320. When the U.S. military named it their standard sidearm in 2017, dubbing it the M17 and M18, its popularity skyrocketed. But then a video of an accidental P320 discharge went viral. Both fans and skeptics dug into the issue. Turned out, if the gun's frame and slide hit hard at a 30-degree angle from a specific height, the trigger's weight caused it to fire unintentionally. The trigger's heft led to a 2018 lawsuit and a 2020 settlement. Sig Sauer's solution: a voluntary upgrade program offering SIG P320 owners lighter components and a mechanical tweak. Yet, online reports of these accidental discharges, especially within law enforcement, haven't stopped. Many police departments keep mum about their P320 issues, but the ones that do voice concerns hint at inherent design issues unresolved by Sig Sauer's upgrades. Case in point, in 2020, the Wyoming Highway Patrol ditched the SIG P320 after an unintended discharge scared off the troopers. A few months ago, a Milwaukee police union sued the city, stating that their SIG P320s can fire without a trigger pull. Their lawsuit cites Officer Adam Maritato's injury from an accidental P320 discharge during an altercation, just one of multiple similar incidents within their ranks. Oh, and as if those aren't enough, just a month ago, a video popped up on social media with a holstered P320 firing during a tussle between a Montville, Connecticut cop and a suspect. SIG broke the video down frame by frame, and their verdict: the pistol wasn't snug in the officer's Safariland holster, and the protective retention hood wasn't in place. Oh, really? Who do you think you're fooling, SIG? Number 1. Alec Baldwin's Colt SAA. Taking the top spot is the iconic Colt single-action army, famously recognized from numerous westerns, but it's the unfortunate event involving Alec Baldwin that catapults it to our number 1. Colt's SAA, born in 1873, is the epitome of beauty. The World War halted its production, but Hollywood's love for westerns revived its demand. Its clones popped up as its patents faded away, yet its peacemaker title and six-shooter identity remain intact. Its design was pretty foolproof for its time, though one flaw stood out. If a bullet sits in the chamber below the hammer and that hammer gets a solid knock, like if the gun's dropped, bam! To avoid mishaps, users kept that chamber empty, effectively turning the six-shooter into a five-shooter. Hollywood loves showcasing the fanning the hammer trick, where pressing the trigger while repeatedly hitting the hammer results in rapid fire. Looks cool on screen, but in reality, not safe or precise. Peacemakers have a range of calibers and finishes. Modern iterations come with transfer bar safeties that make it impossible for the weapon to go off if dropped. But Alec Baldwin claims the revolver that killed Helena Hutchins, the cinematographer on the set of Rust, is a unique, self-firing version. In an interview with George Stephanopoulos, an ignorant reporter from a known anti-two-way media outlet, ABC, Alec Baldwin claimed that he only cocked the hammer, and upon releasing it, his Colt SAA went off. It's funny when ignorant people mix up the Colt SAA with a brand of beer. But you know what's even funnier? No one can prove or disprove Baldwin's claim anymore, because his attorney, Alex Spiro, is now saying that the state already destroyed the gun. Wow, how convenient. So I guess we'll just have to take Baldwin's word for it. That makes his non-existent Colt SAA the most dangerous self-firing firearm in the world. But what do you think? Are there guns out there possibly more dangerous than Alec Baldwin's Colt SAA? If you own one and you can enlighten us, please comment below. If this video was entertaining, a like, share, and subscribe will be fantabulous. Oh, and click on that little bell icon too while you're down there. And as always, thanks for watching, and God bless America.